For question 3, most of you in your mock practice you'll only refer to the second line of the question. The second line of the question mentions that the anchor stores pay a lower rent per square foot to the shopping center. So what does it mean? You may wonder, the anchor stores, they are bigger companies, they are bigger shops, they have a larger scale of production. Finally, they pay a lower rent. Somehow, the average cost of production is smaller. Then you may wonder, this is related to economies of scale. Economies of scale. Actually, this is totally correct. Your analysis is totally correct. However, this question also has the first line here. So you cannot just ignore the first line and refer to the second line to answer the question. What does the first line mention? The first line mentions that the anchor stores actually draw shoppers to shopping centers. That is, more people visit the shopping centers whenever the anchor stores open a branch in that shopping center. And actually, what does it mean? It means that somehow the anchor stores, when they open a branch in a certain shopping mall, this will create external benefit to the shopping center. I have the word indirectly here. It is because actually, when there are more people visiting the shopping centers, will the shopping center benefit directly? Will the shopping center earn more money directly from the people? Actually not. Who will benefit from the increased number of shoppers to the shopping malls? Who will make the money directly? Actually, the smaller stores or the smaller retailers will earn more money from the shoppers directly. And that's why somehow the anchor stores will create external benefit to the smaller retailers directly. And with the external benefit, all of you should know that what will happen. So there should be underproduction, right? So there are too few anchor stores. Too few anchor stores compared to the efficient level. The smaller retailers must think in this way. It would be much better if there are more anchor stores in a certain shopping mall so that they can make a larger amount of profit and revenue, right? And that's why we have the underproduction somehow. Then with the underproduction, with the external benefit, there are 3 outcomes actually that you should have learned in Form 5. The first outcome is that there may be government intervention to solve the problem. With the underproduction, actually what kind of government intervention the government can carry out to solve the problem? Tax or subsidy? It should be subsidy, right? The government can subsidize the anchor stores and make them open more branches. Another way is to have the market transaction or the market exchange, right? So in this situation, actually, who has the property rights? Because the anchor stores can make their own decision whether to open a branch or not in a certain shopping mall, and that's why this time the anchor store has the property rights, and somehow they should receive the payment or the compensation from others. And what to do so that we can have more anchor stores in the shopping center? The smaller retailers can pay or compensate the anchor store so that the anchor store would open more branches, more shops in the shopping center. With more branches in the shopping mall, then more people will be attracted to the shopping mall, and the smaller retailers can benefit, right? And this is the second case where we have the market transaction, somebody paying some money to other people. And the third type of outcome is that maybe, even though we have the underproduction, maybe this is the best to do already. It may be more costly to have the subsidy, to have the compensation, to have the negotiation, and no actions to be taken may be the best. And back to the question, which case is related to question 3? Obviously, the second case. Why? Because somehow the shopping centers charge a lower rent for the anchor stores. It implies that the smaller retailers are paying a higher rent. They are paying a higher rent. And somehow the small retailers, they pay more rent to the shopping centers so that the anchor stores can pay less. And if we are using this market exchange concept, somehow the small retailers are compensating the anchor stores indirectly. So because they are not making the payments directly, but they make the payment to the shopping center, and the shopping center collects a smaller amount of money from anchor stores, and somehow the small retailers are compensating the anchor stores indirectly. And this is something you need to answer for question 3.